million people over the age of 12 met the criteria for having a substance use disorder, and 94% of people with a substance use disorder did not receive any treatment. Here to talk about all this is licensed clinical social worker Kelly Kitley. Kelly, it's always good to see you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So I understand this is personal for you. Talk to us about that.
It is. So I have all the knowledge of alcohol and drug abuse and tried to dodge the bullet my entire life, coming from a long family history of addiction. And you can't outsmart the disease. So I found myself drinking more and more alcohol with 4 small kids at home and being a working mom and feeling super stressed out, and decided that I needed to give it up altogether because I had had repeated patterns of just not liking who I was and not following through on things I said I would, and broken promises to my kids.
You're very open and honest about it. I know in your book, which is called Myself, people can read about your whole story. I want to ask about how hard it is, though, for folks who are like you, like many people struggling. There's not enough places, right? Let's just be honest. There's not enough treatment centers, and it can be really, really hard to find one. And then they cost a lot of money sometimes if you go to a private facility.
Absolutely.
So what's your best advice?
Oh my gosh. So the best thing that came out of the pandemic was that there are so many online resources. So if somebody doesn't need to detox from alcohol or drugs, a medical detox, but are looking for psychological support. I mean, when I got sober 10 years ago, 12-step programs were really the only option. And now there are so many other resources. She Recovers is a wonderful online program of women who connect all throughout the country and the world. And support groups for family members of somebody who might have a loved one who is struggling.
Yeah, that's a big piece of it, too.
It is. And as much as we want somebody to change, we have no control in that process. The only person that we truly can change is ourselves, and there first and foremost needs to be a willingness.
No, that's so key. And there was a statistic that really was striking, that 1 in 4 Americans who are dealing with a mental health problem also have a substance abuse disorder. Talk to us about that. That's according to federal data. Why is there sort of this link between mental health struggles and substance use?
Thank you so much for bridging that gap there, because it is very cyclical. And oftentimes people are self-medicating with alcohol or drugs.
Trying to feel better.
Feel better, take the edge off, calm anxiety, lift their mood, work through something that might be difficult in their life. And once they stop using the substance, they notice some of those symptoms are coming back up. And so the automatic response is, if there isn't support, that they're going to go back to using and relapse. And so there is a very high statistic of people struggling to maintain sobriety within that first year.
We have like 40 seconds left. What is the positive? Like, end on a, what gives you hope?
Oh my gosh, I have the chills when people come together and share their story, and somebody can look at them and say, I want something that that person has, and it can be through recovery.
That's so key. You're more than the challenges that you're facing.
That's right.
Thank you.
Kelly Kitley, thank you, as always. And thanks so much for being with us. We've got a lot more news ahead.
You're watching NBC News Daily. Thank you.